All right, let's turn to Wednesday night. Two games on Wednesday. Western Kentucky, Sam Houston State in Conference USA. All of these games, with the exception of Troy South Alabama, is a Sun Belt game, but all these other games are in Conference USA, including this one. We've got Sam Houston State, 3.5-point home favorites. The total here sitting at 56, 55.5, pretty much across the board in this one. Sam Houston, man, I like Sam Houston here. I got on this at 3, and I missed 2. It was open 2.5. It went to 3. I got in at 3. I'm seeing 3.5 now. I really think they're the better team over Western Kentucky. I like Sam Houston a lot this year. 5-1 start. I think with Western Kentucky, with them, my concerns are more defensively. You look at Sam Houston, their run game is just terrific. Watson, the quarterback, runs it. They've got a stable of running backs that are very good running the football. And if you look at the Western Kentucky defense, which isn't great, they're actually worse against the run. So I am definitely concerned about Western Kentucky's run defense here against the strength of that Sam Houston offense, which is their ability to run the football against them. They've been the undervalued commodity from day one, the Sam Houston State team. Actually, Western Kentucky's been a pretty good point spread team too. Both of these teams have, but I think home field makes the difference. Sam Houston, you look at what they've done at home. They upset Texas State, who I think is a little even better than Western Kentucky at home. You look at New Mexico State, Hawaii. They pummeled those teams on this field. They destroy UTEP. I also like bye week, extra time to prepare here for Sam Houston, for Casey Keeler, who's a great coach, who's done a great job with this program. I think there's a reason Sam Houston's taken the money and they're home favorites here, even though Western Kentucky's been one of the powers, if you will, of Conference USA for years. And I like Veltkamp. And I do lean over because I think both offenses can have success. But from a side perspective, I like Sam Houston here. And even at 3.5, I would still play it with Sam Houston. I think they're a really, really good football team. I think this is one of the bigger games. This is an opportunity for them to beat one of the teams that's been one of the more consistent upper echelon teams of the conference the last few years. I think Sam Houston's ready for this opportunity. I like the home favorite here. C-Mac, what do you think?
Shout out Chosen One, Julian Cesaro. It's good to see you, my dude. I like that as well. Chosen One, we'll get to that game late on the schedule. Mizzou, Auburn, I thought it was a little bit high. I like the under there. But here, I thought if this moved a little bit, I'm a big Sam Houston. It seems like I bet a ton of these games with them the last couple of years. But man, for the most part, I want to be on them when they've been catching points. Now, this is a short number, and if you got under the field goal, I think it's solid. And in some of these games, they've kind of got into shootouts, but I think at times they have a solid defense against maybe some of these lower schools they can handle them, and it showed against New Mexico State and Hawaii. And they got into a shootout. We saw Texas State, they came back and played great this week. We'll get to them later. But at 3.5 now, I think these teams are too close. I'm looking the other way. Now I'm getting 3 in the hook with Western Kentucky. I think they'll be able to move the ball a little bit in this game. And I think they could keep it close. I don't know about the total in this one. And both, for me, these teams have been covering. These teams, if you've been betting them, they were money. Anybody against UTEP's just been handling business, of course. But I was kind of, what they were dealing with BC, their own problems with the state. They beat Toledo, beat up Middle Tennessee enough. This seems like a good one. So I'd rather, if I get more than 3.5 or 4, I think I might look the other way. I did want to dig into the defensive numbers a little bit in this game. We had a shit ton. I've been trying to do sometimes Sunday's NFL. It's a quick turnaround here, man, to get rolling on these Monday shows.
We're all in that boat. Trust me. Yeah. No doubt. As far as I'm concerned here with FIU and with Western Kentucky, that's the next game, Florida International and FIU. But I've been on Sam Houston all year. And there's no disrespect to Western Kentucky. It's a good football team. I like their quarterback. But I think for Sam Houston State, I agree. I understand why people have been betting this. I do still think Sam Houston's a better defensive team than Western Kentucky. And I do think
I think so too.
In the end. So I still like the home favorite here. Again, I liked it more at 3 or less, but even at 3.5, I can still make a case to take Sam Houston.